Hi, I'm Brittany Adebumola, and I have a simple question for you. Why should you support theater education? So the first time I appeared at the Friedman Theater was spring of 2014. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was a student of opening act. And it was my first time performing on a stage that big. It was my first time speaking in a Broadway theater. And I was thrilled and excited and intimidated, but I felt incredibly supported by the opening act community. Although it was my first time doing anything this big, it was very clear that everybody had all the faith in me. And that made me feel a lot more confident in myself. So I'm down at Samuel J. Friedman Theater with MTC doing a Broadway play called Jaja's African Hair Braiding, written by Jocelyn Bio and directed by Whitney White. And being a part of this production is very surreal. It's been so full circle, being that the play reading I did in 2014 with opening act was at the Samuel J. Friedman Theater almost 10 years ago. When I was a sophomore doing the play reading at that theater, I had never dreamt of being on a Broadway stage. I knew that I loved acting, but it never quite seemed attainable. And yeah, the space just felt so big, but now, almost 10 years later, working in the space as a professional actor, doing my first professional play, the space is the same size, but it doesn't feel as daunting, it doesn't feel as huge. And I think the main difference is just that I am now more willing to take up space. And so the theater just doesn't feel as huge. I just have a lot more confidence in taking on the challenge, and opening act has helped with that because they were the one who sort of put the opportunity in front of me and have put so many opportunities in front of me and have challenged me time and time again to take up space in ways that I never thought that I could. But most people who participate in opening act in high school don't actually end up on a Broadway stage. And that's because they're doing a bunch of other exciting things. In fact, let me call up some of my old opening act friends. Hey girl!
Hey, Britt! Yo, I was just thinking about you. That's crazy that you called.
I've been thinking about you. What have you been up to since opening act?
Since opening act, I've been going to law school, and I'm actually about to do my last year studying abroad in London. I'm actually at the airport right now.
Okay, law school. Okay, study abroad.
Well, opening act really prepared me for the future by allowing me to think creatively and challenging myself to see that when I have obstacles, there are different non-traditional ways to get around them and still succeed.
Girl, I love that for you. We out here doing it. Courtney!
What's good, Britt? Long time no see. How you been?
How are you? What's up?
Since opening act, I've actually became a digital content producer for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the NBA basketball team.
The Cavaliers? That is so dope. Princess!
Hey girl.
I hear you doing big things. Working at the governor's office.
Opening act taught me the importance of leadership and fellowship. I am able to stand against anything that is thrown at me.
You are doing meaningful work, sis.
Hi, Brittany. So good to hear from you.
Hey, Elise. What you been up to since opening act?
After opening act, I went to college. I got a bachelor's in biology, and I've been on a gap year so far. So I've studied for the MCAT, and I've taken the MCAT, and I got my score back, and I'm happy about that.
That is so cool.
Opening act gave me the confidence to speak loud and speak proud, and especially if you're a doctor or if you're just doing anything in life, it's good to speak up and be heard, and opening act taught me that it was okay to do that.
So it all starts on a stage like the one I set foot on years ago. But theater education can take young people to so many exciting places. Join us in supporting Opening Act's mission to close the arts education access gap and help young people build brighter futures. Because theater inspires.